Hi, welcome to the Throttle Cable. Thanks for joining me on the channel. You join me on a nice, crisp, but very cold January Sunday afternoon. I've got a couple of spare hours, so I thought I'd head out in the car, give it a bit of a drive and see how she's behaving. The destination is Porsche Club R19's monthly meetup, which I know is always a nice crowd of guys and girls there. They get a real good set of cars there now. They're at the Coppid Beech hotel, just in the other side of Bracknell. So I'm going to go have a look, see what's going on. I know today is also Mr. Heritage Sunday Scramble, so it's not going to be as busy as normal. I know that for a fact because a couple of my mates that would often go are also at Bicester, so I expect everybody else to be no different. It's quite a close journey up the motorway from where the R19 meetup is. But hey, let's go have a look. It's nice to have a destination for a Sunday drive. So how's the car? Well, the car is performing really well. I've got my head unit installation complete and my center console delete done. It's made a huge difference to the interior of the car, which seems bizarre, but it's in your eye level. And the functionality on this Continental stereo I put in, music streaming and Bluetooth telephone, it's a huge plus. I've got another Porsche 911 which doesn't have this. It has a PCM system in it with the old SIM card Porsche PCM unit, and yeah, problems with that, it gets so dated. It's amazing how quickly any media system in a car gets dated. So this is lovely because it looks like it belongs in the dash. It doesn't change the look and feel of the car, but it gives me everything that I want right now, and I love that. Yeah, as far as the car's behaving, at the moment I can't really find too much fault with the suspension or the bushings, which I was expecting to feel like, I don't know, the car isn't quite as stable or as pointy as it should be, but it's goddamn brilliant. I'm really chuffed with it. What else am I going to do with the car at the moment? Well, not a lot. I want to take the brakes through a couple of heat cycles because they're missing that initial bite that you have when the discs and pads are bedded in properly. So I'm going to do that and try and bring them up to life. I've already done a few and I can feel the bite changing quite dramatically. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the Porsche Club meet and I'll let you know what cars are there. I'm just leaving from the Porsche Club R19 meet, and what a nice group of people. There's a real nice crowd that go up there. I mean, I just turned up Billy no mates, and I'll talk to anyone, but yeah, what a nice crowd. I've had a good chat with a few people. I've learned a bit. You always learn a bit about cars when you go to these things, even if it's just how people are using them and why. And I've seen a couple of nice examples of 996s, which is good to see, and my other love, GT3s. I've just seen a nice 997.2 and had a look at a couple of differences between that and my one, just to see what they're like. Mine's a .1, by the way, not a .2, just to make that clear. I'm not trying to big it up. Yeah, the brakes have come back on song. I've done several heat cycles in the car now. I found a nice quiet stretch of road where I could get up to national speed limit and, you know, heavily bring the car back down to 10 miles an hour. And getting those heat cycles through the brakes have really switched them on. I think they just needed a bit more bedding in, to be honest. They're much better than they were. They're not as good as, you know, some big modern stoppers in the car, but I guess I can't really expect them to be, and I've got to keep my expectations realistic about what they are going to be performing like. But it's got me thinking about brake pads, about maybe changing them. I've got some what they call Carbon Tech Europe brake pads in my Rennsport Megane, and I've taken that on track and they are phenomenal. Standard brakes, but just changed the pads, some braided lines and some high quality brake fluid, and yeah, it feels like your face is going to go through the windscreen on that, so maybe it can bring the brakes to life on this as well. So that's got me thinking about a couple of little minor maintenance changes on the car. I think there's a lot of life left in these pads at the front anyway, so as they start to bed in a bit more, they're quite new, I think, it will help bring them to life, and we'll see. I'm going to head back home now. I'm going to give you, or you've probably already seen it in between these two snippets, a lovely montage of footage. I just had a quick look around some of the cars that were there. Not as many as there have been in the past. That's clearly because everyone's gone up to Bicester for the Sunday Scramble, as I said before. But you know, it's always nice to have a look around. So thanks for keeping up with me. Thanks for coming back to the channel, and hopefully we can go on a few more journeys. Anyway, you have a good Sunday. Cheers.